Vernissage TV. I'm Althea Viafora Kress, and I'm standing with Lisa Kirk of the Legion in New York City at the Scope Art Fair 2007.
Hi.
Hi. Lisa, tell us about the Legion. When was it founded?
Legion was sort of a project that, I titled Legion this summer when Joe Lattimore, who used to work at Passerby, found a space in Chinatown and decided he wanted to open a small gallery with a sort of bar and dance floor, sort of something like Gavin Brown, but a little bit more low-key than East Village. I like the idea of doing a space with him, but I didn't like the idea of putting art, like conventional art, inside a space where there'd be like alcohol and dancing. I thought that would really sort of ruin the work, and so when I saw this space, it just seemed like a perfect place to do site-specific projects and just invite artists to do whatever they wanted with this space. That way we didn't have to spend any money like fixing the space and making it into like a gallery. Didn't have to worry about ruining things because people would know what they were working with. And so we did like 7 different artists over 7 different weeks where they did their own installations and projects. And then he decided that he wanted to start curating on his own, and I actually really wanted to spend the rest of my summer in the country. So we split up and I went upstate, and then I did another project with Frank Haynes in my barn, and I sort of realized at that point that Legion could be a space that was a non-space that could exist in wherever it needed to exist to provide artists with site-specific context to put their work. And so somehow we got invited to NADA and got a booth there, and so we did a sort of project for that was like our first art fair, and then Scope at the very last minute gave us a booth here, and so now we're using the art fair part of the whatever Legion's doing as a way to raise capital to be able to do these projects with other artists. So, and I've started titling them after, like, each project gets a number because it seemed like I've got so many done since June that it's kind of good to like keep count.
What number are you on now?
This is 10.
10.
Yeah.
And you're a non-gallery gallery, you've described yourself.
Yeah.
And you're really a non-gallerist because you're a trained visual artist.
Yeah.
From SVA.
Yeah.
Do you still make artwork?
Yeah. I just had a show in London, and actually I have a show in San Francisco and one in Puerto Rico coming up, so Legion's going to be put to sleep for a little while. But we are going to Berlin next month. We're going to do a project there. It's going to be like a wheat pasted project. Chloe Pina designed a series of photographs that she turned into like Xeroxes to be wheat pasted. So we're going to do a guerrilla show in Berlin, and that way Legion can be international. And then I've got to get back in the studio. Most of the work's done for my show, so I just have to like spend a little more time.
So when you curate, do you curate through an art historian's eye, a curator's eye, an artist's eye, or I think a performance almost, seeing the larger picture?
My work sort of is multidisciplinary, I guess. There is a performance element. There's like a relational aesthetics element, and then there's always some kind of intervention of convention. So I think that Legion's become a way for me to investigate problems in the art world and to critique them in some way, I hope. I don't know. I mean, I think this project has been going so fast, it's been really hard for me to gauge how it's being perceived by the rest of the world. So, but in relationship to my own practice, like my solo practice, I think there's a lot of connections between the way I work as an artist and the way I work as a sort of faux art dealer or whatever this is. I kind of also like the idea that I'm just sort of working as things come my way. So, I'm utilizing my resources, I guess, so we kind of evolve based on what we get. Do you have relationships with the artists as much as you have relationships with the artwork itself? It's more with the artist than the actual work. I mean, I don't want to show work that I don't like, but I think that I know that I really like certain artists and I'm really interested in helping them and working with them and sort of collaborating with them and creating environments for them. So a lot of it's like kind of about family.
Can you tell us about the limited edition series you did?
Yeah, Andrew Krebs thankfully came to Legion when we were on Kenmare Street, and he kind of offered to do maybe a gallery with me, like a real gallery, and I was like, no, I don't think I want to do that. But I had applied to NADA, so I didn't know. I actually got in when he started talking to me, and so I knew that we were going to have to come up with money to do that, to ship all this work out, and I really wanted it to be like an installation.
Right.
So one of the ways that I did raise money was by doing a print edition that was just limited to 5 editions of 15 prints made by a lot of the artists that I've been working with, which we sold and showed at his gallery for the first time, like I think it was in November, and we actually have one left. And so actually now we've made this neon sign, and that's an unlimited edition. It's $1,000, and it comes in any color you want. So you could conceivably put it up in a window somewhere and have your own Legion project.
Right. So again, this idea of guerrilla installations, but
yeah, and it's like anybody can do it. Like, why should it just
Legion.
be me?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I like the idea that it could be. It's like a pirate thing.
Yes.
Anyway, so to like lend the logo to anybody to like create their own pirate version of Legion, it's kind of funny to me.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks.
Great to see you.